Continuing with the same, the kind of preference shares are these: cumulative, participating, convertible, and redeemable. We will come now next to your cumulative preference shares. These are the shares which are assured of the dividend every year, even if there are no profits in a particular year. So if in a financial year there are no profits, hence no dividend could be given, but these are accumulated. Year-wise they are accumulated. Let's say this year there is no profit, so no preference dividend could be given, so it is carried forward to the next year. Let's say next year also there is no enough profits, so it will be carried forward to the third year. And if there are third year there is a profit, then collectively, cumulatively, all these accumulated dividend for the first and second year will be paid in the third year. So if in a financial year there are no profits in a year, then the unpaid dividend of that year is treated as arrears. So these are treated as arrears and to be paid in future, and is carried forward to the subsequent years. Thus the dividend goes on accumulated, and that's why they are called as cumulative preference shares, and is paid when there are sufficient funds in the subsequent years. So likewise, these are the cumulative preference shares. Now coming to non-cumulative, of course they are the opposite of cumulative. So they say these are which do not get any dividend if in a particular year there are no profits to be paid. So in case of non-cumulative, if there are no profits, so no dividend will be paid by the company. Their dividend therefore do not accumulate for subsequent year in case of non-cumulative, and hence they cannot be claimed as unpaid dividend in subsequent years by the shareholder. So the bottom line is very clear in this, that if there are no profit, then no dividend, and they will not accumulate for the forthcoming year, and hence they will not be paid any dividend if there are no profits, right? So non-cumulative means there is no accumulation of arrears of dividend as in case of cumulative preference shares. Now third is your participating preference shares. These are those who participate in the surplus profit which is left after paying dividend of a fixed amount to the preference shareholders and some dividend to equity shareholders. Thus they get dividend out of the surplus profit. We all know that when there is a net profit, first preference is given to the preference shareholders for getting the dividend. Thereafter, if something is left, then it is given to the equity shareholders. And even after, if the company proposes that some dividend may be paid to these kind of shareholders, those who are called as participating preference shares, then out of this surplus profit, some more percentage of dividend is paid to these kind of preference shares called as the participating preference share. Hence, they are the kind of preference shares where they participate in the surplus profit of the company. I think it is clear. Now coming, there is a note. However, preference shares are always presumed to be non-participating. Yani ki they will not participate in the surplus of the profit unless it is specifically mentioned as participating. So this is a note that generally they will all be treated as non-participating unless it is specifically written that these are participating preference shares, right? Now coming to the next, participating preference shares. That's it. We will continue.